Okay, I'm going to try this one more time. So I decided to make a video. That way you can refer to it and then we can see what happened, what didn't happen. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to jump into it. So for the promotion card, I pulled Cruelty. And this is the Nine of Swords in case you wanted to check it out or whatever. But Nine of Swords is really just talking about kind of like a wounded warrior. Like you've been through it, you're tired, you might have restless nights, you know, you're just kind of exhausted. Okay, so it's not like they're necessarily backstabbing you, but they're just pains in the asses and you've just been, you know, and so you feel weary. The card that accompanies it is your Gentle Gardener. Okay, this has to do with your mind. Okay, so you have a mind being weary, and this right here is a reminder that your thoughts become your actions, your thoughts become your words, and those are your confessions or your affirmations, if you will. So what you need to do is start weeding through all of those negative thoughts, the nevers, and never gonna happen, or it's just not in it for me, those kind of thoughts. Take all of those negative thoughts out, and it's hard and you have to replace them, but by doing so you put yourself in a better headspace to get the promotion. There's a possibility you're tired, but there's a possibility if you go ahead and change your mindset. Okay, all right. So the first week is the Princess of Discs, or of your Pentacles. Okay, so she is a teacher. In this case, she was a kindergarten teacher, right? So it's a leadership role, it's a teaching role. You fill those roles at work. They're kindergarten. Oh, crap. Sorry, low battery. So I might have to use the old video and then you won't know about it because I'll just do it that way. But so they're kindergartens, right? Or kindergarten students. So think of it as like, the Sarb and the dude with the truck that can't drive and stuff like that. You just have a bunch of hard heads that are running around. But the beauty of the Princess of Coins or Pentacles or whatever is that you are resilient, okay? And you have endurance and you're just going to keep going, okay? Now, it's accompanied with the Stormfields in reverse, which means that all these little knuckleheads, you just need to just not deal with them, okay? They start, puffing out their chest and all of their stuff. Just, all right, fine, whatever. You do what you want to do. Let them fall on their own swords. But for you, just leave it alone. It's a storm that's going to have to pass through, and you don't need to be a part of it. All right, so the next one is going to be the Princess of Swords. Yeah. So, Swords, mind. With this one, in this case, it's the activist. You're one of those people that's going to want to do something about it. But right now, you are stuck in the mud. And with all that action and everything, you're not getting anywhere. So, sit put and kind of observe. That's all you can do right now, because if you keep trying to move forward, you're not going anywhere. You just might dig yourself deeper, which is why you want to not deal with the chaos of whatever is trying to, with all the drama and stuff, staying away from the drama. So sit back. Enjoy the fact that you're there. Enjoy that Spirit has a plan for you. You're not going to be stuck there forever. But this is the perfect time to learn about people, learn, about the organization, your different avenues that you have available. Because right now, it's just not the time to charge forward. Okay. So the next one is going to be interference. Interference has a lot to do with, once again, the mind. It is Eight of Swords. You have a lot of mind cards. You're in your head this month. Seems like you've been in your head for like a few days now too. So you're mulling over things in every which scenario. It's like like the swords and everything, they're all over the place. So your mind is all over the place right now. And it doesn't have, you don't give yourself like respite. Okay. So, the card that accompanies it is education. The main thing that I'm going to say is be teachable. So once again, you're stuck in the mud. You have the opportunity to start just being observant, because anyone and everyone can be a teacher to you. Any scenario, any work experience, those things are learning lessons in motion. So it could be a person, it could actually be a teacher, it could be a situation, but you are given certain things around that time that give you aha moments or give you some kind of knowledge that you can put to use later. Okay, for later use, that's what I was thinking. All right, so you've sat, you've mulled over things, and now the end of the month brings your success. Now, this is the Six of Pentacles. Pentacles has to do with earth energy. So we're talking about health, we're talking about money. If it is literally money, then that is your raise right there, okay? Oh, sorry. And the card that goes with it is going to be wide open, all right? So back to it. If it is money, if it's money, then it's going to more than likely be your raise, okay? If it's health, because that's the other physical feature of it, if it's health, then you're doing better, you'll get some kind of confirmation, maybe feeling better, losing weight, breathing easy, what have you. The wide open is all about opportunities. So whatever, I don't know, the education or whatever it is, there are certain doors that are starting to open, and you just need to go ahead, acknowledge them, and step through them. Okay, so your overall energy is the Knight of Swords. Okay, so Knight of Swords is two different things. So you can do it as a regular, just situational thing. So if it's just situational, we're talking about all of the card kind of thing energy, where it's just people being annoying, pains in the asses at work, kind of thing, because it doesn't really seem like there's anything familial. A lot of it is just anxiety, frustration in your head about just the people around you and the situation that you're in, okay? It's accompanied with your compass. And so all of this is basically saying you need to shift your focus, okay? That's what tending the garden is. Do I still have that? I should have kept that out for me. But yeah, so it's about tending your garden. I don't even know where I put it. There you go. You're a gentle gardener. So it's about tending to your mind so that you can have respite. Okay. So whatever you focus on is your God. So if you're constantly sitting here, battling about, SARB and the non-promotion and stuff like that, that's what you're attracting if you're like looking to the law of attraction and stuff. So that's what's going to continue, and it's just going to eat at you, right? So what you need to do is refocus in on yourself, because you've lost sight of what you really want to do, what gives you joy, those kind of things. So I would suggest, you wake up first thing in the morning, 5 minutes, just sit in silence, sit in silence and breathe. Just nice, slow, deep breaths. Listen to yourself breathe. If it starts fluttering, go ahead and kind of take note of what happened, think it, and then leave, okay? You want to focus, you want to see what your morning thoughts are, but also you want to take that time just for yourself, to check in with yourself. Painting is great, walking is great. All of these things give you your personal time. And just ask yourself what you want. And that's a pain in the ass. It really is. But what do you want? What do you want to accomplish? What do you want? 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 Write it down. Whatever you think. whatever it is, whatever weighs on your heart. What do you want? Even by saying what you don't want, you can then rearrange those words to be what you do want. So if I don't want, I don't know, I was going to say cheese. I don't know why cheese came to my mind. I want cheese, whatever. So we're just going to go. But you kind of get the point. You get the point. All right, so the last card from the message of the universe is going to be your throat chakra. Throat chakra is speaking your truth without, say, constraints, if you will. But you need to know your truth. You need to check in with yourself so that you can exactly... God, it's happening again. So I did this video before and I started getting burps. Only when I started talking about the throat chakra, mind you. So it's about speaking your truth and learning to know what your truth is, Okay. So painting, like I said, is good as far as a form of expression as well as writing, to kind of get it out. Communication, of course, is important. It's a two-way street. So you have your speaking, but you also have your listening. Okay. And then the art form is to learn how to convey what you want to say to somebody, to kind of sway them or whatever, to convey your message without pissing the other person off, right? Or to have them do what you want them to do. And so, lost my train of thought. Yeah, so that's all the throat chakra is, just learning how to communicate better and then communicating what you want in life, what you want the other person to do. Vision boards are great for that. Some kind of, you got to get to the point careful what you're consuming. Sorry, I just thought about that. Careful of what you're consuming. All right, so not just the food that you're eating, but what you're watching and what you're listening to. You want to do stuff that are higher vibrations. Yes, your foods, if you're starting to eat more alkaline things, more vegetables, more fruits, those kind of things, then that's going to help with it. But at the same time, if you're constantly listening to, watching negative things on television, if you're constantly, listening to negative things, then that's going to put you in a more bogged down vibration. And so right now you're just kind of, I think one of the things is you don't get a lot of rest. There's not, you work like 6 days a week, you work long hours. So you have to give yourself time to process. You have to give yourself time to rest. And if your brain is in that fight or flight kind of thing with all of the anger that we're seeing on television and whatever we're listening to, whatever, that's going to take a toll on your spirit. So you need to do something along the lines of starting to cleanse in order to reset your compass to what you want your goals to be, what you want your life to look like. Honestly, it's probably time. You've done a lot for other people, and you need to start looking for yourself. So that's what you should take the time and do while you've got that 2-3 weeks of just sitting back and watching people be dumb people. Okay. Not sure that I have anything else to say. So I'm going to let this go. And pretty sure you I'm going to talk to you sooner or later. And this thing is already dying, so I got nothing left. Love you.